Nostalgia. It's a big part of gaming. Whether it's replaying a classic or recommending a game to friends, it influences our choices for games, and has even influenced some remakes of popular gems of the past. With the HD remaster of Crash Bandicoot still fresh in our minds, another juggernaut of the past has just had a fresh lick of pain. Spyro. All three of the original games were released with new HD graphics, giving this franchise a breath of fresh air. And they look fantastic, and it looks like it stayed true to the original games. So with these being released, I wanted to go all the way back to the beginning, and see if the originals have and can stand the test of time. My name is Ian, and today on To-Do List, we're looking at Spyro. Just a heads up for the naming conventions in this game. The staff whose job it was to world build must have used a very simple method of naming things. Find proper noun, put dragon in front of it. So prepare yourself for the word dragon to be used a lot in this review. The story of Spyro begins with a TV interview with two dragons, Astor and Lindar, about the dragon realms, the dragons that inhabit the different worlds, and their abundance of treasure. During which they bring up Gnasty Gnork, a giant green brute they had banished to the dragon's junkyard long ago, and explaining that he's no longer a threat to anyone or anything. Gnork does not like this one bit, and unleashes his magic, freezing all the dragons into statues, and also converting a large chunk of the dragon's treasure into an army of Gnorks. So as the last dragon standing, it's now Spyro's job to rescue and release the trapped dragons, and to also stop Gnasty Gnork's plan to take over the dragon realms. The game itself is a third-person action platformer. Our job is to find crystalline dragon statues and release them. In doing so, the dragons inside will give us hints and tips on how to play the game, and also secrets hidden throughout the world. Each world consists of a hub, with several portals to levels. Every level has 2 collectible resources, the rescuable dragons, and a limited number of gems, usually over 200. We collect these to complete each level and eventually work towards a 100% mark, which unlocks a secret level at the end of the game. There are also egg thieves scattered throughout the game, who taunt you and run away with stolen dragon eggs. You have to chase them down and save the dragon eggs from them. These are only rare, having about 12 in the game. There's also a hot air balloon which takes you to the next world. The hot air balloon is only accessible once you've acquired a certain number of saved dragons, gems, or rescued dragon eggs, giving you a reason to explore the worlds and collect everything. The controls have aged, but they're not terrible. Movement feels good and it's still a joy to go off exploring. But you have a wide turning arc, which means if you're manoeuvring a tight space, accidents can happen. You have 2 attacks, a charge attack which can also be utilised as a quick way to get round, and the ability to breathe fire. These are effective as all enemies in the game have been designed in one way or another be taken down by these abilities, but the difficulty slowly ramps up towards the end of the game, meaning the enemies do become more difficult. We have 2 types of standard enemies, small Gnorks, which tend to run away requiring you to charge at them, and big Gnorks, which are immune to charging and can only be taken down with fire. There are multiple variants of these enemies with different attack types and defences, so you'll need to use your head to take them down, sometimes literally. And what kind of dragon would you be if you couldn't use those wings? With the levels being multi-platformed and multi-layered, gliding allows greater manoeuvrability, and the depth of puzzle solving with your movement. It also makes you feel no matter the obstacle in this game, your moveset allows you to overcome it smoothly. The first thing I would recommend in this game is to take the camera off of passive, as the camera's not aged well and will make you feel a bit sick, as it's not designed for fast-paced platforming. But once you switch it to active, the camera stays behind you, which is a huge improvement and makes manoeuvring the deadly beautiful landscape much easier. People may say that the enemies and character designs are a bit dated, but I find these blocky old school graphics quite charming, but that may be my bias in nostalgia showing. The environments in Spyro are always well designed and beautiful, even for the time. They bring a feeling of childlike fantasy and wonder to life. From the moment the game starts, you begin in a mythical courtyard, with topiary mazes and castle turrets with deep blue roofs, with rolling fields of green grass. And in just the first few levels you have a midnight garden lit by soothing campfires and hanging lanterns, with deep blues and greens complementing each other. A town square at sunset with flowing water fountains with deep purple mountains in the distance piercing the orange sky. You never know what fantastical world you'll see next, and it's this anticipation that drives you to dive in head first to explore the world. The soundtrack complements the game perfectly, and it's all thanks to Stuart Copeland, the drummer of The Police and composer. Copeland would play each and every level, getting a feeling and then create the score for that level. He admitted that this process got harder as the game went on, as he struggled to complete the later levels, but he hit the nail on the head with the soundtrack. Upbeat fantasy that honestly incorporates childlike glee and excitement. They truly make you feel like you're exploring a new and exciting world. I never underestimate the power of a good score, as it truly completes and can elevate the final experience. Now, I would be amiss if I did not mention the voice acting talent of Clancy Brown, Kurgan in one of my all-time favourite films, Highlander. He's even the voice of Mr. Krabs. He voices several of the dragons, and I just wanted to fanboy a little bit. Each world has a boss realm, a level which contains a tougher than usual enemy that you need to overcome in order to advance. We have Toasty, a giant scarecrow with a jack-o'-lantern for a head who wields a scythe. You have to hit him with your fire breath, but he is guarded by a pack of sheepdogs. Once you hit him twice, it's revealed that he's actually a sheep on stilts. Which is funny as it's a reversal, as it's a sheep commanding the sheepdogs. Next we have Dr. Shemp, a giant yellow shaman-like witch doctor who wields a long staff decorated with feathers and skulls. The dragon you rescue before fighting him says Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool, which probably explains the sunglasses. His front is completely armoured and protected, so if you want to deal any damage you have to get around him and light his behind. Blowhard is a wizard with a long thin beard whose body consists of a whirling tornado and attacks by throwing lightning at you. He can be defeated by hitting his face 3 times with your fire breath. He'll grab his hat and move on after each hit, and you'll need to give chase. Metalhead is a titanic robot with green horns and a purple mohawk, with cannons on each of his arms. He cannot be attacked directly, and instead you need to have him attack his own energy pylons. He'll throw Gnorks and use his cannon against you, but as long as you keep moving and dodging you will come out victorious. Jax, the penultimate boss of the game, is a small green-faced jester-looking creature with a large spring for legs. He attacks by throwing pink boxes at you atop an even bigger purple box, and can be defeated by chasing him down with your fire breath. Based on his name and attack, we can assume that he's based on a Jack-in-the-Box. Finally, we have the big man himself, Gnasty Gnork, a golden armoured warrior who wields a giant wand that looks more like a great club. You have to get a collection of keys to reach him, and chase the evil warlord down across his fortress. But once you scorch him, he will be defeated, meaning, congratulations, you've saved the Dragon Realms. But the game's not over yet. There's 80 dragons in total to rescue, 12,000 gems missing from the dragon treasury, and 12 little baby dragons that need liberating from those annoying thieves. So if you've missed any in the past worlds, now's the time to go back, as once you've hit 100%, you unlock Gnasty's loot, a bonus end level with 2,000 extra gems. Spyro's name carries weight. He easily hit mascot status from this game, sitting with other heavyweight characters at the time like Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Mario, Sonic, and made an impact in 90's gaming that helped popularise the industry and definitely helped the PlayStation. This game is a joy to play. It's hard to be in a bad mood when you're galloping through magical fields with beautiful backgrounds and a soundtrack that fills you with giddiness to go out and explore the world. The original Spyro holds up, and I strongly recommend this title be added to your to-do list. Someday we will look at the HD version of the game, but for now we know the original title is an excellent experience. Thank you very much for watching my Spyro review today. If you like what you saw, please give it a like. I publish new videos every Friday, and if you want to see more, please subscribe and ring that bell to let you know when new videos are available.